if aliens can cure...
I read it. We're all... When you're... When it's... Fezzy, when it starts with if aliens, you got nowhere to fucking go. It's just pot talk at that point.
Well, maybe it's really hypothetical. Okay, extremely.
I like the way you tried to do it like Jim Lair doing a presidential debate. But go ahead.
I haven't already.
Senator Kerry, if aliens landed here in the United States, would you A? Go ahead.
And I'm reading it from like a gay clipboard and everything. If aliens can cure every disease on the earth, everything, no one will die of cancer, all the disease.
Yes, I understand what curing diseases is.
If aliens can cure every disease, okay, but here's the only stipulation: they will come back to Earth every 100 years and take 5 million people for their own purposes. Those 5 million are theirs. Would you do it? Would you trade 5 million people every 100 years for a cure of every single disease?
So basically it's back to the old, does the good of many, blah, 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 you set up to sacrifice. Where are you on that one, Fez? You get to, and basically now we're living in a wonderful world, right?
Yeah.
You're going to live in a kind of utopia here on Earth.
Pretty much the Garden of Eden, you know, you would have to think. I mean, there's no disease. How awesome would that be? I've been under the weather myself. So,
so you're head cold also.
I got viral infection.
To cure your sniffles.
All right, so we'll ask you right away. What would you do?
Absolutely. This fucking viral infection is killing me.
All right.
No, but honestly...
You would give up 5 million people, and we wouldn't know what happened to them. We just have to turn over 5 million people every 100 years to the aliens, and then they'll take care of us.
Because there's roughly 4 billion people on the Earth? So that's just a fraction. I'm not good with numbers.
I understand that. But it's not just that, David. It's a moral question.
Okay, here's what I was thinking, too, in my spare time. What if, how do we know that the aliens are going to harm these 5 million people? They could be doing,
Right. They could be taking them off to a wonderful place, but they're not going to tell us that. So it's a matter of trust.
Right.
So we're going to say to people, all right, if you hit this lottery, you don't know what's going to happen to you. But maybe it'll be great, maybe it'll be awful. We don't know. But because of this, everybody lives in a paradise here on Earth.
Yeah.
Fez, what is your take on it?
Boy, my initial thing is give up the 5 million people. Every 100 years.
Here's my biggest problem with it. What are we, fucking children, or are we earthlings? This is our fucking rock. We're going to make this thing go. Why am I waiting for an alien to come here and treat me like I'm a fucking zoo animal? I'm like, fuck you and your cured diseases. We'll cure our own diseases, you asshole, and then let's see what happens in 1,000 years. We'll come and take 5 million of you fucking lizard heads. I don't want to give it up and act like some other species is better than us. That's my biggest problem. This isn't paradise, my friend. This isn't utopia. We're here for a reason. You know what that reason is?
I don't.
Problem solving. We're here to fucking fix things, to make them better. What if God comes back later and goes, oh, so you gave it up? I gave you people free will? You fucking give it up to the first lizard that comes along with some antibiotics? That's what you've done with your destiny?
What if the aliens were sent by God? See, how do we know that they're kind of like, maybe this is God's way of bargaining with us?
Here's my feeling about aliens. If they bleed, I can kill them. That's my only deal with aliens. I'll fucking knock them off. I don't like the idea of how, we talked about this yesterday, with people giving up stuff for safety. What do I got to do to be safe? Nobody likes the fucking wrestle of being alive. No one likes the fact that every day you don't know what's going to happen. You got to fucking sit there, fight back and forth. Not, please take care of me, Gorp. Please come and give us food and water. And then take 5,000 of our daughters, 5 million of our daughters.
That's part of the human existence, is struggle, is to fight for it. And to the end of the day,
that's all we got.
You win and you lose.
And
one day you win, one day you lose.
The only thing I like about this, could we pick the 5 million people?
No.
Because I'm trying to say, and Earl, nothing against you personally, how many blacks are on the planet? Could we come up Where you go? Earl, come back here. I'm fucking spitballing.
We've got to have centuries worth, though, to appease the aliens.
So you, 5 million, we could round that up probably in Libya. We could send them 5 million Iraqis tomorrow. But I don't like the idea of, oh, yeah, you fucking people, because you came up with a space vehicle before us, suddenly we're kneeling down to you fuckers.
And who's to say they're smarter than us anyway? They could be dumb as rocks. They could just have something.
You show up in a goddamn flying saucer, and you got to admit they're smarter than us. Today, though, that's my point. Yeah, we're behind, just like we were behind in 1960 when Kennedy said we're going to the moon in a decade. All right, here is Raj. Raj, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's worth the trade, man. If you're giving up 5 million people every 100 years, how many people do you think are dying over those 100 years? Eventually, we're just going to have overpopulation if the Earth's going to go to shit anyway.
But here's the thing that happens, though. It'll be out of our hands at that point. Now we're waiting. Now we're saying we are just cows. We're fucking cows. If you feed us and take care of us, every once in a while, it's up to you to thin the herd. That's only fair. You think on fucking Star Trek, that's what the whole thing was about? Let's try to find a place where we can be as comfortable as possible. Here's John. John, you're on Fez.
Yeah. I'm sitting there thinking, how many people have cancer every year? It's got to be way over 5 million, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, but you don't see the difference between a person getting cancer or fucking opening up their mail and saying, the planet has sold you out to the aliens. Get on board. You don't see the difference there.
No, actually, I don't. Because you think, how many people are going to die from cancer?
I understand the cancer thing, but cancer's something of fate, not fucking surrender.
Well, it's not fate, because you take fate in your own hands when you smoke a cigarette, but how many
people get cancer from other reasons other than just smoking cigarettes. Here is Brett. Brett, you're on Fez.
Hey, Brett.
Okay, if we cured all the diseases, or aliens cured all the diseases, the world would be so overpopulated. There's no way we could feed all of them.
So they're going to take care of you. Is that the deal?
No, I mean, you're still going to die of old age and stuff.
Right.
So, it's not immortality. That's key.
But you're saying we would be living a lifestyle. They would kind of take care of us.
They would get in and out.
All the doctors and all the nurses, we'd have no jobs.
So your problem right now is doctors and nurses.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, see you later.
Disagree. It could be the best thing that ever happened to us, because if people lived longer, they would have more ideas. There would be more humans to come up with better ideas, thus to combat the aliens.
There's only
bigger army.
Oh,
too.
now wait. Now you want to kill the aliens after making this deal?
We're going to turn on them?
What are you fucking doing?
No,
Are you into the alien thing or against
No,
them?
I am pro the alien thing, but here's the thing. You got me a little paranoid about the aliens. Maybe in, say, like 1,000 years, we could double-cross them, and by then we would have a humongous fucking army, and boom, we're right in there.
A very healthy people.
You think that's what they do? You think when somebody moves into that thing, they're going to let you build up stuff? You don't think that there's only going to some kind of payback for these bastards?
Maybe if we move part of our population to like a secret planet where the aliens can't see us.
Come on, let's be adults. Lex, you're on Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, I want to know, can we work out a deal with the aliens so that they make it paradise now, and then in 100 years they could take the people?
So
then we're okay.
All right, wait a minute. So you're saying you make the deal, and in 100 years you say, no, we're not paying up.
No. In 100 years they could take who they want. Because I'll make the deal, but then I'm fine, because I'm not going to be around in 100 years.
You don't feel like you owe anything back to humanity. You can make a deal for yourself, right? That if
it'd be for all of us, but no one I know will get taken because it's in 100 years.
But our children and our children's children, you're saying, fuck them. It's all about us, the people that are here now.
Fuck them. I don't give a damn about them.
Exactly.
Yeah, in 100 years, I'm not going to know those kids.
Right. So your morals only run to, what can I do for me? What deal can I make for me, and another human being has to pay for it, probably with their life, but you don't care about that.
Well, I guess I care about that, but
you may know.
Paradise, man.
It's like the
That's
national
heaven
debt.
on earth.
Yes, but it's not heaven on earth. It's being in a fucking zoo. It's having somebody else in charge of you, handing you shit. How is that an accomplishment?
He may get to know those kids because if there's no disease, you might live to 100. In 100 years from now, you're still going to be on the planet Earth, probably.
And what, 140?
If there's no disease,
who fucking wants to be 140? Why would that idiot want to live forever?
If you're completely healthy, I would guess that the human being can live till about 200 years. If you're completely, or like 180.
What have you done? What kind of work have you done?
I like when he talks about this. He says, in my spare time, I'm thinking about this.
All you have is spare time, from what I've seen of you. Hey, Michael, you're on Fez.
Okay, my take on it, if the aliens come and cure all this disease, it'd have to take about 5 million or more for all the people that are dying every year from cancer, this, that, and the other. I mean, there'd have to be a balance.
That would be your balance.
Yes.
You're saying there's a new disease, and it's called the aliens coming and taking 5. It kills 5 million every 100 years.
Yes. They spread the seed and reap the reward. In the meantime, the growing period, we get to live disease-free.
All right, thank you.
Because there's always a payment.
Right. So his point is this, Fez. And I'm sure people would bet on it. Or take the disease, saying, all right, there's a new disease. It's called the fucking aliens gotcha. And it kills 5 million people every 100 years. The fucking upside of it is that everybody else, gets to live. Now, here's the gimmick to that, though. You're still not in charge of your own destiny. Somebody else is coming in saying, here's the way things are going to go. And you guys don't think that makes you seem like cattle.
You have a real nice run, though. It's a great run.
A nice run of doing that's like saying, oh, I'd like to be a fucking horse living in a field where people fucking feed me hay. I don't understand where your thing of existence is just having things given to you. That's what you think is fucking great.
No, but I don't want to sneeze anymore and stuff.
I understand. Sneezing's rough. Fucking planet Earth is a rough and tumble place. It really is. Nobody gets out of here. Nobody gets a fucking easy ride. Why are we wanting the aliens to run us, though? I'll punch them right in their fucking third eye.
They're only trying to help, I mean.
Are they? Then what are they doing with those 5 million people? I think they're fucking bum-fucking them.
That's why we always have the double-cross option.
I wish we could know what they were doing, but that's not on the table.
Another thing that I was thinking about is, I don't think there'd be any way I'd rather go than die aboard in an alien hovercraft. So, I would, if I put myself in the shoes...
What do you mean hovercraft? What is it hovering over? Other planets?
Their ship, whatever it's called.
It's not called a hovercraft. Hovercraft is one of those things that's like 3 feet off the ground.
But I wouldn't mind dying, even if there were experiments done on me and stuff. At least I knew, I would think it would look pretty cool. It would be like, being inside the Millennium Falcon or something. I would think that's a cool way to go, to die. So I am willing to die like that. If I'm willing to die like that, and then I get 100 years of happiness or... Oh, man.
I don't doubt that your fucking team is going to win the vote on this. I don't doubt that people would want to fucking turn themselves into cattle the first chance they get. Oh, we're bunny rabbits, and everything's great.
The problem is, your first day of alien torture, you're going to forget your 100 years of bliss quick.
That's not the problem for me. That is not the problem for me at all. Did anyone ever read Childhood End, Arthur C. Clarke?
No.
I heard of him, though. He wrote 2001 Space Odyssey, right?
Roger, you're on Fez.
Roger, on Long Island. They made me read Arthur C. Clarke in 8th grade.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even understand it.
But unless they count idiocy, like East Side Dave's idiocy,
yeah,
as a disease insurance, there'll be plenty of volunteers. Look at those hellbot morons.
Well, I don't know. They're not saying volunteers. The way this thing is set up is they just come and they pick out 5 million people. You just can't give them 5 million annoying people. There's got to be some kind of risk to make the whole little game work.
That's true. I mean, we could...
You can't have 5 million criminals.
Yeah, if it's their needs, they're going to pick out who they need for what specific purpose of theirs.
You know what they need. This is a long-term thing to turn our children into some kind of thing. You don't know what the destiny of humanity is. That's what fucking gets to me about you guys.
What about 5 million babies? We just give them babies don't know what the hell they're doing anyway. So, boom, they're sacrificed right to the mothership.
So your idea of utopia and bliss is to fucking hand 5 million babies over. That's where you can, and then every day you're going to feel good about your disease-free utopia.
That won't work because people quit having babies.
Why?
Because they could get turned over to the aliens.
Bro, if you think these fuckers can stop having babies, you don't read the newspapers. You can say right now, whoever knocks a chick up gets shot tomorrow, and fucking dudes will be getting shot in the head going, it was the first time. I had no idea it could happen on the first time. Believe me when I tell you, people are as dumb as fucking bricks. Here's Asia. You're on Run and Fez.
Hey, guys. I just want to say that everybody's saying that the world would be this great utopia if there just wasn't any disease, but there would still be war and, like, crime and shit like that, and still we would lose 5 million people every 100 years. So
and the fucking shame we have of knowing that we are living as a subspecies now.
Oh, exactly.
That's the fucking point that gets to me that doesn't seem to bother any of you guys.
It bothers
We're
me.
a subspecies.
See, in my spare time, I'm going to read, become a better human being.
We'll start with Arthur C. Clarke, Childhood's End, which you should have read when you were 13.
All right. I was going to say, and plan attacks on the aliens.
Tomorrow I want you to show me that book. Say, look what I'm reading, Mr. B.
Footloose is on it.
Footloose. That nickname is not catching on for you. Here's Dave. Dave, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
This is a 25-year-old bong dream because I'll tell you, once you have kids, nobody's coming after my fucking kid.
Thank you. Wait a minute. Why roll your eyes to that, Dave?
I would give my kids right up in a heartbeat because, again, it's bigger than just my children. It's for the whole world. It's for all you people. No sickness. No
sickness.
It's what makes the world is having your kids and having your life and not being in a petri dish.
I don't feel the same way. I'd give my kids up to the mothership right now.
But you don't have kids.
You don't have kids.
And
exactly.
it ain't fucking George Clinton showing up. This isn't P-Funk lining this up.
That would make the decision easier.
Because I'll say right now, no one's nicer to the kids than George Clinton. Nobody.
He's so colorful. They love him.
Why wouldn't they? He's like a granimal. Here's Marty. Marty, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
I don't know. Right now I'm trying to debate. Very important issue.
What do you got, Marty?
I was thinking, the people are really going to benefit as lawyers. Every time somebody dies in anything, they're going to sue everyone in the world because they could have lived to 180, according to Dave. We've snuffed out 100 years of their life, even if they die at 80.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, remember, you can still die by a gunshot and stuff.
I'm shooting you then. First day this thing happens when you're yelling, yes, utopia. After those ships leave, I'm putting one in the back of your head. Just like in prison when there's a riot and you look to go settle some scores, I'm coming after you for bringing up this idea. You and Judge Smalls, or who was it?
Judge Smales?
I don't even think that's a real judge. Earl, you see my point of view then.
Absolutely. Never give in. Never. Why submit? Why lower yourself? Like, why? I just don't get it. It's like, why?
There's no pride in the human struggle with these people.
No, none at all.
There's no belief in humanity.
Human slaves, such a bad thing? I don't think so. As long as I can get up without coughing, headaches, blurry vision, all the things of the common cold and flu, I'm happy as a clam about it.
But what if you're the
You
slave?
are a fucking clam at that point. Seriously. You're a fucking clam waiting to see who comes and gets picked and who gets to be fatter and ready for the next time.
And who's to say you won't be one of the 5 million picked? There's no guarantee on that either.
But even forget about that. You don't see us, humanity, as being something special in the universe.
If aliens can do this, then maybe they're the highest on the food chain. We deserve it.
That's right. So we don't fucking start out. But we weren't always the highest on the food chain. There was fucking bigger animals. We started making tools. I say we can beat these fuckers if you just work for it.
I don't think we can beat the aliens.
Not with that attitude, we can't. Not with that attitude.
Remember, this also may be preventing intergalactic war as well, because if we say no to this deal, who knows that they're not going to just bomb us to death.
Why don't you just lean over and open your asshole for them? Because that's all they really want is our assholes. And seriously, you're acting like a bitch in front of these aliens. I say you got to fucking play tough with them.
I'm just trying to reason with them.
There's what kind of people who go, oh, I need 5 million people to do shit with, and I ain't telling you what. And you want to reason with them? Brian, you're on Run Fez.
Yeah, I know what kind of concession we can make.
Yeah.
We can make a deal, give them all the retards and redheads, and if we run out of those,
Don't be redundant.
we can let them have the fat people.
All right, thank you very much. See, that's what happens. Then we start to pick each other apart. And that's what they want. That's the fucking experiment.
Then what I would suggest about that is, then I would think you're right. We, as a human species, have to choose the 5 million people. Maybe we give them 1 million Americans. Maybe we give them 1 million Russians, 1 million Chinese, and 1 million Africans.
That's going to lead to deferments.
I know right now you feel like you got nothing in common with the Chinese and Africans, right? Where do you see these scaly-skinned motherfuckers? And you would be much happier in Zimbabwe than you would be hanging out with them. You know what the aliens look like in Childhood's End? You going to read the book?
Yeah, I'm going to read it.
Fez, you?
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
All right, never mind. I was going to tell you then. Ron, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey,
All right.
Ron.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this is Rob.
Go ahead, buddy.
Whatever.
Hey, you know, if you look at the percentage of people in the world, the majority are in China and these crazy fucked up countries, and they're all communist anyway, so these people don't have any control of their destiny. So what difference does it make if the government kills them or the aliens kill them?
Bro, now you don't have control of your destiny. As soon as you make that fucking move, you're giving it up.
It's a crapshoot.
Yes, I just can't understand why people don't think that there's any purpose to life. That maybe there's a fucking purpose. Maybe this is the challenge that we have, that we skip it up a beat. Why does it just have to go to, hey, now it's going to be more comfortable for us?
What if the purpose is to live to 180 via alien medicine?
That's it. That's why we were put here.
Maybe.
Just like the fucking animals were put here for us to eat.
Well, these are good points.
Yeah. I'm fucking vegan when it comes to human beings.
I still think it's alien medicine. That's the wave of the future. And I'm going to be happy to do this.
I know you would. You'd be the first motherfucker to do it. John, you're on Ron Fez.
Yeah, what's up? Hey,
Yeah.
buddy. Ronnie, you're the first one. You finally hit it on the head. I mean, there's going to be a bunch of anal probes going on up there, and I think that all we really would be was food for them.
You never notice this? If they're so smart, why do they just want to be up our ass constantly?
I don't know what. And 5 million every 100 years. I mean, I think they'd be taking about 5 million every year.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're gonna trust these fucks. You're gonna trust them.
I see no reason why they'd lie. I see no.
Right.
Then why do they need 5 million people? I think that you just now. I feel like you going, oh, I'm gonna play the part of the heel.
No, I'm really not. It's a question that I think about a lot. I often think about, the life in outer space and everything, and this is a simple one for me.
Jeremy, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, guys, here's a statistic. 150,000 people die every day. So after 100 years...
Don't act like I've never listened to Blue Oyster Cult. I have, my friend.
Yeah,
I don't fear the Reaper.
There's going to be 10 million extra people we got to do something with. People are going to be waiting in line to get taken up by these aliens.
Yeah, you see, that is the
So
fucking
there's going to be
point.
all old people. Everybody's going to have diapers overflowing and...
At that point, and your other point too is like, and I think that's the Trojan horse of this, of making something sound great. But now the only thing we can do is depend on the aliens. Exactly. Now it's up to them. Forget about the millions of years of evolution, the fact that we've got our own art, our own finance, our own cultures. All we're now going is, oh, we need to settle something. Let's see what the aliens will do for us. Let's see how the aliens will take care of us. You're a fucking sheepdog now. Why don't you do this? If a fucking alien throws a stick, why don't you run down, grab it in your mouth, and come running back with it?
Gladly.
You and Judge Smales are driving me out of my mind.
For
out of my mind.
For some of that alien penicillin, I'm right there.
I know you are. Here's Ben. Ben, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I was just thinking that the only way to, or the only people to take are the people that use the technology. Let all them go.
What are you talking about?
If you get your cancer cured from the aliens, then you part of the 5 million.
No, here's the deal. We don't get to pick. We give that up, and they come by, and I guess with a beam, they start to suck 5 million people up. There goes your niece.
That's the risk you run. If you decide to take the cure, and then all of a sudden on their first sweep, their first payment, you're living a healthy life, but you're one of the first ones to go.
But what about just odds? I mean, 5 million into...
I understand odds, but you're giving up something here. The point is, you're saying you run the show. You're the one who picks the way we're going to live in the universe. That's the thing. Mathematics, you're not wrong. It's a moral question, not a mathematical question. You understand that part?
Yeah, I do. You know, another analogy came into my mind. Football players, you know, you have to cut a certain amount of people.
Right.
Right? So this...
But now they're the coaches. We're not the fucking coaches anymore.
Oh.
We're the plebes. We are no longer in charge of our destiny. I can't get that point across to you, though. That's where you got to be on it. Hey, I got to take a break here.